According to StopBullying.com, 92% of teenagers between the ages of 13 and 17 go online every day.
And of that group, 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 10 boys say they've been cyberbullied.
Family online safety expert Dr. Eric Cole is the author of a new book, Online Danger: How to Protect Yourself and Your Loved Ones from the Evil Side of the Internet. Eric joins us live in studio this morning. Welcome. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Parent-wise, one of my pet peeves is parents who go, never going to happen to my child. Be aware that it can, no matter if you're the popular kid or the quiet kid. What do you tell parents who think that, no, not my child?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem because everyone thinks it's not going to happen to them. They view it like they do accidents or illnesses. That happens to other people. What I try showing them is the facts. If you look at the data and just look at the fact that kids have those devices with them, the probability of your child sending an angry message to somebody that could be accused of bullying and that information will live forever is almost a guarantee.
But that's a good point, because some parents think my child's getting bullied, but it's just as important to teach the parents whose child are the bully, that your child is bullying someone.
Right, can you just grab their phone and maybe look at it for either signs of being bullied or signs of bullying? Is that something you recommend?
Yeah, I recommend a few things. One is I have charging points in our house that are in public locations, so they cannot take their phones into their rooms. That's one of the most dangerous things because that's when they get into trouble. And when they're in the charging stations, I just do a quick spot check.
So you have their passwords, you know how to get into their social media accounts, you can get into the phone itself.
Yeah, so with iPhones, which is what my kids have, my fingerprint is on all their phones. So when I put my fingerprint there, it unlocks. If I can't get into their phone, they lose it for a week.
I talked with a dad here in Oakland, and he said that his early teenage daughter had multiple Instagram accounts, one with her real name, and then 3 or 4 more that were, yes, for her, you know, only for her
so
friends.
They try to outsmart you.
They're a lot smarter than we are.
But you can, you know, if you stay on top of it. So this, how important is it for you to stay up on how to use Instagram, how to use Snap? How to navigate, because it does you no good if you get on this thing and you don't know what you're doing.
Right. That's important, but the most important thing is really make your child aware, because as you said, they're going to outsmart you. Yeah. If you put your child against you every day of the week, they know technology so much better. Show them what could happen if you post something just once, that it might ruin their life. We see kids not getting into colleges because they posted one nasty message. It goes all over social media and you can never delete it.
What's your one piece of advice for educators? We're sitting here talking about families and parents, but what about the principal of a school, the teacher in a school? They're just as much a role, I would think, in part of this, since our children are on their property probably 5 days a week, usually.
The real key thing, my #1 recommendation, is awareness. Sit down with the children and let them know that just by posting a hate message, like when my daughter gets mad at her friend, she posted, "I hate you." Right there, that could be bullying. And that information can be used against them. So children need to realize that things you can say verbally that people can forget, online that's recorded forever, and simple things as "I hate you," "I wish you would die" is bullying, and make children aware of how dangerous that is.
Are schools making progress on this? Because, for example, at my school, all the parents had a talking to about this. Right. Is that common now?
Yes, it's common to talk to the parents. The thing I find lacking, they're not talking to the children. Making the parents aware is great, but if the children are not educated and they're the ones using the devices, that's where they can get into trouble.
Call school assembly, get everyone together,
yes.
Maybe just 30 minutes real quick, and drive it home maybe once every 2 months or something.
And what I actually did at one session is, with permission, I took one of the child's phones and I just looked at some of the messages. And when you put them up on the screen, it was amazing how shocked everyone was. Yeah. Because when you take things out of context, you don't realize how bad what you're saying and what you're doing online is.
Can I ask you, what do you think of the Facebook Kids app? Facebook came out about a month ago with an app just for kids. A lot of people said, shut it down. We don't need to encourage Facebook use among, 13, 14-year-olds. Right. Where do you fall?
I look at it, kids are going to use it. So if we could create a safer environment for them, and with the Facebook app, there's more restrictions, there's more controls, there's more monitoring available. Let's give kids a safe way to do it, as opposed to being naive, thinking they're not going to use it, and then they use the adult apps and get into trouble. All
right, the book's called Online Danger. Dr. Eric Cole is the author. Thank you for the time, Dr.
My pleasure, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back after the break.